Welcome to Word Nerd Trivia's General Knowledge Quiz number 20. This video has 40 questions and answers on a variety of topics. Settle in, grab a pen and paper, keep score, brag about that score in the comments. Or just make up a score. No one's going to call you on it. Ready? Let's go! In what state did Lincoln deliver the Gettysburg Address? Virginia, Pennsylvania, or New York? The Gettysburg Address was given in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. What actress was born Tara Patrick? Carmen Electra, Sienna Miller, or Tricia Helfer? Tara Patrick was Carmen Electra's original name. She was encouraged to change it by Prince. You do what Prince tells you to do. What Coen Brothers movie derived its title from the 1942 film Sullivan's Travels? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Miller's Crossing? Or Raising Arizona? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou was the name of the serious film that director John Sullivan wanted to make throughout the course of Sullivan's travels. What is the name of this philosopher known for the concept of tabula rasa or blank slate? John Locke, Thomas Hobbes, or Immanuel Kant? That is John Locke, whose philosophy was that at birth, the human mind is a blank slate, without rules for processing data. What was the first single by the Beatles in the UK? Love Me Do, A Hard Day's Night, or I Want to Hold Your Hand? The answer is Love Me Do, which was released in the UK in October of 1962. It would go on to be the fourth US single a year and a half later. What is petrology the study of? Fuels, rocks, or ceramics? The answer is rocks. Who composed this piece? That is Richard Wagner's piece, The Ride of the Valkyries, often mistitled as Flight of the Valkyries. What 1979 Francis Ford Coppola film famously used this music? The piece was used in Apocalypse Now during the helicopter attack on the village. What country is represented by this flag? Venezuela, South Korea, or Sri Lanka? That's the flag of South Korea. What NFL team played in Baltimore before the Ravens? The Colts, the Raiders, or the Lions? For 30 years, Baltimore's football team was the Colts. They relocated to Indianapolis in 1983 and were replaced 13 years later by the Ravens. What actress helped to develop a system for preventing the jamming of torpedoes? Hedy Lamarr, Claudette Colbert, or Marlene Dietrich? The answer is Hedy Lamarr, who learned about the problem by attending arms deals with her husband. This is American author Ralph Ellison. For what 1952 novel is he best known? Ghost Set a Watchman, Invisible Man, or Native Son? Ellison wrote the seminal novel Invisible Man. What is the name of the flap of tissue that prevents food from entering your airway? The trachea, the larynx, or the epiglottis? The answer is the epiglottis, which is right here. It allows air into the larynx and forces food into the esophagus. What constellation is this? Draco, Hercules, or Lyra? That's Hercules. Who painted Nighthawks? Stuart Davis, Grant Wood, or Edward Hopper? It was painted by Edward Hopper in 1942. The pH scale is used to specify the acidity or basicity of solutions based on the potential of what? Hydrogen, sodium, or potassium? The pH scale measures the potential for hydrogen in a solution. What is the largest species of shark known to man? Basking shark, a megamouth shark, or a whale shark? The whale shark isn't just the largest species of shark, it's the largest fish known to have ever existed on Earth. The largest one measured was over 60 feet long. What actress famously had her legs insured by the studio for $1 million? Marilyn Monroe, Betty Grable, or Ava Gardner? That was Betty Grable, though it was probably just a publicity stunt. What is the capital of Canada? Vancouver, Montreal, or Ottawa? The capital is Ottawa. What is the term for the bending of light as it passes an obstacle? Refraction, diffraction, or reflection? The answer is diffraction. What movie was based on the 1957 novel The Midwich Cuckoos? Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Stepford Wives, or Village of the Damned? The answer is Village of the Damned. What drink is made with rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice? Daiquiri, pina colada, or a White Russian? That is a very basic pina colada recipe. Do you like pina coladas? Who was the last Tsar of Russia? Nicholas II, Alexander III, or Peter III? Nicholas II was the final Tsar. He and his family were murdered during the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution. Scurvy is caused by a deficiency of which vitamin? Vitamin A, vitamin C, or vitamin D? It's caused by a shortage of vitamin C. Drink your orange juice, kids. What movie is this dialogue from?
Colonel, that Coca-Cola machine, I want you to shoot the lock off it. There may be some change in there.
That's private property.
Colonel, can you possibly imagine what is going to happen to you, your frame, outlook, way of life, and everything, when they learn that you have obstructed a telephone call to the President of the United States? Can you imagine? Shoot it off! Shoot with a gun! That's what the bullets are for, you twit!
Okay. I'm gonna get your money for you. But if you don't get the President of the United States on that phone, you know what's gonna happen to you?
What?
You're gonna have to answer to the Coca-Cola Company.
That's from Dr. Strangelove. What album is this? That's Jimi Hendrix's Are You Experienced? What U.S. president is most associated with the New Deal? Roosevelt, Eisenhower, or Hoover? The New Deal was a series of public programs enacted by FDR to help pull the U.S. out of the Great Depression. Who was born first? Shakespeare, Galileo, or Da Vinci? Da Vinci was born in 1452, over 100 years before Shakespeare and Galileo. What is the longest river in Europe? The Danube, the Volga, or the Ural? The answer is the Volga River, which flows through Russia to the Caspian Sea. If a person has emetophobia, What are they afraid of? Eyes, fingers, or feet? Emetophobia is a fear of eyes, which I can kind of relate to. On what planet would you find Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in our solar system? Jupiter, Venus, or Mars? The answer is Mars. Olympus Mons covers an area of about 300,000 square kilometers. How many zeros are there in a Google? 10, 100, or 1,000? There are 100 zeros in a Google. This is Ross Bagdasarian. What cartoon characters did he create under his stage name? Archie and Jughead, Alvin and the Chipmunks, or Scooby-Doo and Shaggy? Ross Bagdasarian used the stage name Dave Seville. He created Alvin and the Chipmunks after having success with the experimental novelty song Witch Doctor. What is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? Sicily, Cyprus, or Corsica? The answer is Sicily. What movie is this frame from? Oh my god, I think I understand why I have emetophobia now. That's from Flash Gordon. If the groundhog sees his shadow, how many more weeks of winter will there be? 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks? If he sees his shadow, there's supposed to be 6 more weeks of winter. Which treaty officially ended World War I? The Paris Agreement, the Treaty of Versailles, or the Peace of Westphalia? The Treaty of Versailles officially ended hostilities. What band was named after a flea market located in Orlando, Florida? Nickelback, Backstreet Boys, or Silverchair? The Backstreet Boys were named after the Backstreet Outdoor Market, which sadly is no longer around. Alright, this one should be pretty easy if you do crossword puzzles, because I use this clue a lot. What was the name of the dog featured prominently in the Thin Man film series? Doyle, Asta, or Fritz? The dog's name was Asta. Alright, what kind of dog was Asta? A Schnauzer, an Otterhound, or a Wire Fox Terrier? Asta was a Wire Fox Terrier. And that does it for another quiz. Be sure to put those scores in the comments, and while you're there, a like and a subscribe would be pretty cool too. We'll be back next week with an all-new quiz. Hope you join us. Thanks for watching. Bye.